let me explain what I've done here. Up here you have the bucket. The ladder holds the camera, and it's pretty much set to an angle where you can't see the bucket, but you can look down range. Bucket is attached to this, which goes through that, goes through a pulley, and you can follow this all the way down to the target. Goes through another pulley and then attaches to this, which I will show you now. This is a steel target. It's a bunch of just 1/4 inch steel cut up, bolted together, and capped off with a piece of wood. This is on a pivot down there, obviously, and you can see that I've attached a knife to the back of the target. That knife, when the target is shot, is going to fall, slicing that rope, releasing the tension off of this string, and dumping a nice cold bucket of ice water all over my head. And if you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm soaking wet right now, I must have already tested it out. No, that's just what August looks like in Houston. Anyway, alright, well, now I'm going to set up the camera and, I don't know, get it in place, get ready to go, and we'll see what happens. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen, but the thing fell forward. Okay, so I want to show you what actually happened. I have no idea why it fell forward, but the bullet did go straight through that steel like it was nothing. Now I'm going to have to figure out how can I transfer enough kinetic energy to this plate to make it go backwards if the bullet is just going to poke through it like a piece of paper. I will have to figure that out and see what I can come up with. Figured I would show you what I came up with. Pretty simple. It's just these two cinder block piers, and that's basically holding up a gallon of water, and the water is pressed right up against that plate. course, the problem was there was no transfer of kinetic energy, and water is notorious for absorbing projectile energy very efficiently. Doesn't matter if it's 50 BMG, armor piercing, steel core, anything. Water will slow it down quickly. And that's because water is non-compressible. And hopefully the pressure of the plastic around it will be enough to hold that water pressure and push it back into that steel plate and drop the knife for me. Now, I don't know how many of you are going to be watching this who know anything about ballistics, but the reason that I'm not using hollow points for this, which I definitely should be using hollow points for a transfer of kinetic energy or frag rounds. I don't have any. I went to the store knowing that I was going to buy ammo for this little project, and they're out of hollow point. And I had just emptied about 20-30 round mag full of frag rounds like the day before B challenged me to this on Facebook. So unfortunately I had to go with my only option in a crunch, which was the 5.56 FMJ. Okay, well, it works at least. We know that. Kind of missed the mark a little bit on that one. So probably have to reset. I'm not entirely confident that I could cure Lou Gehrig's disease with that attempt, but figured I'd come down here and look at the target, and this would have been the entry side. Looks like it bullet went in right there. God damn, what a nice shot. And here's the exit cavity. You can see here on the target the bullet keyhole, which is when it enters and then twists, kind of destabilizes and gets sideways, and that's exactly what it's designed to do. Let's see if it went. Oh, there it is. Cool. It just dented the shit out of the steel, but did not penetrate. So that means that it is still in there. It'd be interesting to take this wood plate off and dig that out when I'm done. But right now, I'm gonna go fill back my bucket and grab another water jug. I'm Scott Lilja, and this is the Lilja Ranch edition of the ALS Challenge. Well, I have to thank B for challenging me to do this, and if you have no idea what just happened, stay tuned and you can see the outtakes. Oh yeah, that was definitely a direct hit on me that time. I don't even have to nominate anybody because that pretty much just cured ALS right there. See if it was a direct hit down here. That's the exit wound. It's already keyholed. Where's the entry wound? Oh, interesting. Right there in the middle, what used to be the middle. And unlike the other one, it didn't split from the bullet hole. So this thing just exploded. And this is the only crack. Let's see what it did to the target. Oh, it's a real big keyhole. And I'm going to assume that this one also, yeah, did not penetrate. Interesting. Oh, here's a part of the brass full metal jacket. That's kind of cool. Well, anyway, let's take this wood panel off and see what's underneath. Interesting. I don't see... Okay, these definitely made it all the way through to the back side of the wood. And you can see why it's designed, those rounds, why they're designed to kind of destabilize once they get into a target. This is the one that was straight through without hitting any water. It's a pretty minimal exit wound, and even smaller entry wound. That's much smaller than a 5.56 bullet, which means the wood's kind of expanded around the bullet and then collapsed. But yeah, that's what happens when it destabilizes first. These are pretty small, but only about ½ inch in, the wound is that much bigger. This is what I was showing in the first video, which is the copper FMJ that's just stuck in the hole. The copper is just like fused onto the steel, and the lead core just passed right through it, which is pretty cool. And here you can see all these pieces of copper. These are all from the FMJ, and that's a pretty cool impact crater right there. I don't know where any of the lead is. it looked like it just disappeared. Up here you can see some. This is lead, it's flattened out, and it's like a big heavy chunk. You sift through the wood, there's the rest of the lead, and there's the copper FMJ. I don't know where the lead for this round went though. I don't think I dropped anything on the ground. Just kind of disappeared. But yeah, pretty cool. I'll keep this little shitty steel target around, plank on it with a 9mm or something, or just keep doing shit like that. That was fun. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.